right, good evening, everyone. We will be talking about chapter 15 of the book Living Spring, Fraternity. Start by reading the text. I can make you move. Yes. By this, all men will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another. That's Jesus on John 13:35. Ever since Constantine's victory, which opened the doors of political hegemony to the Christian world, we have been through many experiences to show that we are disciples of Jesus. We have held renowned councils, formulating daring conclusions regarding the nature of God, the souls, the universe, and life. We have encouraged dreadful wars that imposed misery and terror on those who would not believe in the tenets of our faith. We have fought over the tomb of the Divine Master by spreading ravenous fire and brandishing the murderous sword. We have created church positions and religious posts by distributing poison and wielding the dagger. We have lit fires for burning at stake, constructed gallows, invented tortures, and built prisons for those who disagreed with our point of view. We have encouraged insurrections that cause animosity between brothers and sisters in the name of the Lord, who, on the cross, bore witness of his devotion to all mankind. We have built beautiful and sumptuous palaces and basilicas in his memory, forgetting that he did not have a stone on which to rest his head. And today, we still nourish division and discord, digging trenches of incomprehension and animosity against one another, because we interpret the faith differently. Nevertheless, the word of Christ is irrefutable. We cannot claim to be wards of the good news simply by our outward attitudes. Yes, we do need education, which improves the mind, justice, which preserves order, material progress, which enriches work, and counsels which support the study of the faith. However, without the light of love, all human activity may be lost in darkness. We will be accepted as learners of the gospel by cultivating the kingdom of God, which begins in our inner life. Therefore, let us extend pure and simple fraternity all around us by mutually helping one another. The fraternity that labors and assists, understands and forgives amid humility and service that ensure the victory of the good. Wherever we are, let us practice fraternity, recalling the word of the Lord, who clearly and surely asserted, "By this all men will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another." So that's the text on chapter 15.
Oh, yeah, a lot of myself. For myself.
And we'll wait for Dai to grab her water. Yeah, that's the text from Chico Xavier and Emmanuel. So the first verse encapsulates the fundamental law of Spiritism, the law of love and charity, love one another. So this verse, it's used in the Gospel according to Spiritism as well, in chapter 11, the law of love and charity. And Kardec emphasizes that love and charity are the essence of Jesus' teachings and the path to spiritual progress. True discipleship is not demonstrated through rituals or dogmas, but through fraternal love in action. So we have the text saying about Constantine's conversion in 313 AD, which marked where Christianity stopped, transitioned from becoming persecuted to be the state religion. So it was mostly a political maneuver. So at the time, they had a lot of people that were already being following Christianity, and they saw that as a political maneuver important to do. In the Spirit's book, question 625 to 627 says that Jesus is this example the true religion lies not in external forms, but in moral practice. So the political power corrupted the simplicity of early Christianity. As I said in the beginning, it was used as even in today's day, it's used as a political power. So that was used a lot in the beginning. And we emphasize the returning to the primitive Christianity practiced by the apostles, which was simple and focused on charity and love, which was the moral law. When religion allies with temporal power, it often loses that spiritual essence. We know that in many times during history, the political power used the religion as a weapon against its enemies, pushing the people to think like they wanted. They used that mindset to make people do what they wanted. It's a very powerful weapon. There's also a movie, Book of Eli, with I don't remember who was the cast. That I would say the evil guy in the movie was after a Bible that didn't have anymore. They didn't have anymore because it was a post-apocalyptic Earth, and he was saying that was the easiest way to manipulate other people. It was through religion, which if it was used a lot throughout the history of mankind. So he also comments about the ecumenical councils, Council of Nicaea and Constantinople, that were held to put the planning of the religion in place. So these councils created dogmas that often contradicted reason and science, which Spiritism is against it and advocates for not the blind belief, so faith based on reason. It also shows us that religious truth evolves with humanity's intellectual capacity. So I would say that we don't have the full truth, we have the incomplete truth. And as we evolve ourselves in our intellect and in our moral, we start to fill in the blanks, or I would say change some things that were impartial truths to the complete truth. So we can see also in the text that there was a lot of the practice of charity was replaced by theological debates. So instead of helping others, we were trying to see who was right, who was wrong, who was going to rule, which one was more important. So in the book, What is Spiritism? Kardec mentions that religious systems impose beliefs without rational examination. So these councils created theological barriers rather than promoting universal brotherhood. Then the text talk about the wars, so crusades and the forced conversion that happened during a lot of periods, which were totally against the law of love, because they were fighting over the tomb of Jesus, who taught us that peace and love was the biggest moral evolution. So it's a total contradiction of what we were doing at that time. It's the fundamental principle of spiritism. Each spirit must evolve at their own pace. So we have had wars, yes, but those people were not ready to I would say, to try anything else. So that's the way that they understood the morals at the time, or understood the religion, and they acted upon it. So the important thing here is that we can learn from it and don't repeat the same mistakes. So yeah, we have to remember that all of that have heavy spiritual consequences. So all those actions, all those wars, that hatred creates karmic debt that we will have to harvest, or we are harvesting already in our spiritual journey. This material attachment to sacred sites contradicts the spiritual understanding of Jesus' message, that was resurrection and the eternal life, not reverence for physical remains. The Gospel according to Spiritism in chapter 14 teaches us that violence in God's name is a contradiction. True faith inspires love, not hatred. And so Emmanuel critiques how Christianity inverted the priorities. Instead of living Jesus' teachings, we fought over symbols and territories. Any comments so far?
You should have had a collab with like through history Lulu.
Yeah, there was a lot of that on the text. So it also speaks about the creation of religious castes, which contradicts Christianity, which says that we are all equal. So all spirits are equal before God. No, there are no power levels. No one is more important than the other person. We don't need intermediaries between us and God, between us and the humanity and Jesus, because since we are all on the same boat, created the same, we have the same power to reach God and Jesus to ask for guidance in our lives. So those religions, yes.
Yeah, I find it interesting that you get that idea of division in the Crusades, and it's like exactly the opposite of what we're instructed to do.
Yeah, so that's the problem with the religion being used as political power, because Crusades were more, I would say, more used as a political
Party?
tool than it was a religion. Those people were just pushed to do what the church said that it was the right thing to do, but yeah, it was all a political.
Yeah, they're just like chasing their own agenda.
Yeah, I like to say we, because we couldn't have been part of that. So yeah, we never know. So yeah. Religious positions became tools of power, corruption, and political murder in the end. So titles and position means nothing in the spiritual world. Only moral advancement matters. Deprive of the true mission, the true calling. So that political power and use that in the wrong, I would say wrong way, it's only gonna make us be farther along into the path of the moral advancement. And also, the religious intolerance reveals that our spiritual immaturity. The true evolution requires tolerance and respect for different beliefs. So we have to understand that not everybody is ready to learn. I would say more. Some people are still set in the old ways, or set in the old religion, let's say, and use that as a stepping stone to create this havoc, or use this the religion as power. So we have to understand it. We have to understand and respect everyone, because everyone it's on their own journey, although we are all traveling together. So true civility or true civilization is measured by charity, the amount of charity practice. We have to see that it depends on how we treat others. That's the measure of our moral advancement. We have to know that today's enemies may have been yesterday's family members, or the other way around. Our family members from today could have been people that we didn't have a good friendship in lives past. And we're all brothers and sisters in the divine family, in our divine path towards perfection. It's always talks in the text that we have to distinguish between external worship and internal transformation. We have to remember that Jesus' example, voluntary poverty and detachment. So God prefers the heart's transformation to magnificent monuments, or the external demonstration of, I would say, religion and love. It's more important. It is important as well, but it's more important if your heart it's changed and your heart is full of love. So we had a lot of resources spent on luxury instead of charity, building of temples and the acquiring of ostentatious items, and to show our true love or true faith to religion, where in truth the true temple is the human heart, where God dwells. Is something burning? Sorry, it was a smell of something burning. I thought it was something in the house. We're fine. So we know that religious divisions still persist into modern times. So we have a lot of groups, and each group claiming that they have the exclusive truth. But we have to understand that we are all diverse. We all have different ways of thinking. So we have to have that unity in the diversity. We have to respect different interpretations of the same message, because as Jesus said, there are many paths that leads to God. So there aren't any one truth. There are a lot of paths that leads to God. So we have to unite through reason and charity, not through dogmas. Even within our own house, being the spirit center, our home, our work environment, we have always those divisions that arise from pride and intolerance. We have to focus on an internal change and our moral improvement, so that we can use that to bridge this gap that we have with the people around us. So we have to put, as the text said, we have to put value in the intellect and in the material progress. They are important, but they can't be the sole purpose, or can't be the more important purpose. The important purpose, of course, is the moral advancement. But yeah, we have to increase our intellectual progress as well, and also we can use the material progress to help us, help others around us. Always using love as the guide to all activities. Excuse me. So we have to use the triple aspect of Spiritism, using science, philosophy, and religion as a unity to move forward in our lives. So the true progress requires moral advancement alongside with intellectual. So usually the intellectual advancement comes first, and at some point the moral advancement catches up to our intelligence. I would say that's the same as Angela's drawing. The same as previous times when we had that the intellectual advancement go on a boom, and we started to lack a lot in the moral aspect. But yeah, after a while, the moral will have to catch up with the intellectual. So without love, so knowledge becomes dangerous and justice becomes harsh. So we have to use love into all aspects of our life. We have to focus on our personal transformation before judging others. It's very important for us to, instead of spend our time judging what the others are doing, if they're doing correct or not, if they're going the right path or not, to focus all that energy in us and make us a little bit better, or use that to advance ourselves morally. Yes, Colleen?
Hello, Angela.
Hello, how are you? Sorry, I just arrived from work.
It's okay. Hi, Angela.
It is great. Yes, my point was the focus on personal transformation before looking at others. There is a saying that we often use in English. I can't say whether you know it or not in Portuguese, but it is, you teach best what you most need to learn. You teach best what you most need to learn. So it is almost like self-fulfilling prophecy. So you begin with teaching that which you know is the right way. And it is through the teaching, through your words, that it actually, over time, becomes a part of you. So it is interesting, isn't it? Because there is a blend necessary. There is, yes, transformation cannot happen by yourself. It can only happen, yes, in reality, it is actuated when you are active. And it is through your activity, through your interactions, and through your actions that you see how far you need to go or how far you have come. So yes, I just wanted to share that. Sometimes we get carried away and we say, well, I can't look at others because there is so much I need to change within myself. And yet there is opportunity to, and it is often in a family situation where mums and dads tell their children, you shouldn't do this or you should do this. And the children will turn around and say, well, you don't do that. So it is practicing what you preach. But it is in the act of sharing your knowledge of what is right thinking. I spoke with Louise the other day, and the Course in Miracles talks about not wrong thinking, but they talk about things in the aspect of right thinking. And what is right thinking is not necessarily judging that which is not right thinking, but right thinking is an alignment with love. Yes. So when you express your desire to sit in this right thinking and to speak in those words, then over time, yes, it becomes a part of you. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Or am I floating around a bit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well, understand what you're saying. Yeah, I think it's something to do as well when we had the lectures at FESC, that we had the randomization of teams. And
Yes.
A lot of times people got the teams, oh, yes, I really need to work on that. So it was exactly what they needed to work on. It was the text that they had to use as the presentation.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries. Yeah, so I believe there's the part as well on instead of, it's not judging, we should judge the action but not the others. So it's not even judging, it's like contemplating and thinking about it, and make sure that if the action is not one that we want to perform, that we can analyze that and make sure that we don't do that again. And yeah, so we have to have humility to recognize that we are all learners, that we are all here in this earth and this moment to learn, to use all that happens on our day by day, on our daily lives as a challenge and as a learning experience, and use that daily self-examination as the spiritual exercise to check, did I do good today? Could I have been better? What should I improve in my life or in my actions? Come on, you can do it. Yeah. So we have to pursue the pure fraternity. So without conditions, without interest or discrimination. So use the active love, not just the sentiment, but concrete action. We have to have mutual support towards everybody. So we are all fellow travelers on the same boat. So helping others will help you. That's exactly what Colleen was saying. So if you're trying to help others, that's exactly something that you need to, or that's something that you're gonna work on yourself as well, and that will help everybody. And so love and charity are the summary of God's law. That's also the summary of our learning on Spiritism, that we have to do everything with love, and without charity, there is no salvation. And we have to remember also that our actions speak louder than our declarations or what we think about it. So yeah, we have to be aware that people are not yet mind readers. So we have to use our actions to really show our moral advancement, and show that we are, yes, learning and moving forward. And the test of authentic spiritual advancement is how we love and serve others. And here's some question for us. So how do we practice fraternity in our daily life? How do we use this fraternity to on our work, on our family, on our day by day, crossing the street, etc.?
Is it just to take or is to reply?
If you want to reply, it would be great. Louise?
I can volunteer.
Oh,
Suggestion. I don't think that's a great question actually, but it can even just be in like the little things, like when you walk in a staff room at work and you greet people, and it's like you acknowledge that shared work that you'll be doing that day together. Like even if you're not working on the same thing, it's like, yeah, we're all in the same place. We're all working hard towards something that we believe in. And I guess can I argue you can like say the same thing about like your family? You know, like if you text your family, like your wider family, like every day, you're just checking in, but it's still making sure you have connection with them. And it's still letting them know that you're there.
Yep, that's good. Thanks, Louise. Yeah, we never know what our actions are gonna create on other people. That person could be like having a bad day, and I smile and away from you can like change this around. So it's very important to be aware of that everything that we do have an impact of everyone's life. Anyone else? Dad, wanted to say something?
I can go to the next question.
Okay. So next one. Colleen, you want to say something?
It is a challenge for each of us when we come across those people who jar us psychologically or emotionally just by their presence or by their past actions or words. And I sense that prayer or that sense of presence when we are in their presence that we uplift them in our thoughts, extend in our energy love, and yes, embrace that idea that maybe it was that we jarred something in them as well. And for us to always sit in that state of Ho'oponopono, which is acceptance. The essence of Ho'oponopono is love, but at the core of it, it is acceptance. And to use the phrases if we are struggling, to say, yes, I'm sorry if there is something in your life. I am sorry for the energy that you are experiencing right now. I am sorry for whatever it is. Yes, I'm sorry. Please forgive me if I have contributed to that. But do not dwell on the nitpicky aspects, like trying to analyze why they are the way that they are, but uplift it in love and say, I'm sorry if I have contributed. I'm sorry that you are feeling pain. I love you. And I thank you for presenting your troubled self or your energy to me so that I can grow in my humanity. I can grow in my compassion and my kindness. Thank you for sharing yourself with me today. Yes. And so it is with each person that we pass to extend that Ho'oponopono sensitivity so that we release the passing judgments that we so often have. Oh, they're overweight. Oh, they look troubled. Oh, they look funny. Oh, I wonder what's going on in there. So we release that and we sit in the phrases themselves to dissolve it all and uplift it in love and extend that and ask the universe, ask the Lord to dissolve the frictions that are present, and presenting themselves to us. Yes.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Colleen.
Thank you.
Next one. Are we repeating historical mistakes by creating division? Same in our lives, in our family, in our workplace. Go die. You said that.
Lulu put the hand in first.
Go, Luis.
Thank you. I think we can even build on that idea of Ho'oponopono, Colleen, as well, because it's like we keep getting these like opportunities when we come across somebody who we don't quite gel with. Like it's kind of like we go at like a disconnect. But it's like if we keep practicing to try to put that philosophy into practice, the whole Ho'oponopono philosophy into practice, it's like we take that step from being completely unconscious to then consciously making an effort. So we might still make those mistakes in creating that division or that jarring energy between us, but in the process of like trying to consciously practice it, like we get better.
Yeah. That's good. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you, Louise. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we can't, we should take a lesson from history, and yeah, if there are someone that thinks differently than us or have different actions or different ways of life, we can just, no, I don't want anything to do with that person. Just let's exclude that person. So yeah, that doesn't work. We have to always try to find the opportunity to improve one another's life. Go.
Thank you. I think that's a great point too. And it does also get to that point where you think of like even like the idea of like division between nations or division between like religions or philosophies, where it's the idea of like we try to look past it so that we're not acknowledging that division. But in not acknowledging it or addressing it, it gets to the point of where it becomes like more and more polar, and so then when anything does like snap, it snaps back really hard.
Yep.
And sorry, that's not really about like historical mistakes, but I guess it sort of is, as in like we've made that mistake several times with like
Yeah,
the religious wars and the political wars as well. And we just
exactly.
need to be careful to address it before it gets to the point where the scale tips in the future, in the present, I think.
Therein lies the lesson. We are so hell bent on trying to fix things, but it is important for us to breathe and for us to step back and to allow for the other to find their comfortability. Often when we sit and we pick at sores, we think something is going to be healed, but we go back and we say, oh, but I want to discuss this. And we take off the scab and reveal the wound once again, because we are so focused on our charter, which is we have to fix things. We have to love each other. And we want to make everyone, yes, we want to make everyone love each other, but to make everyone is to railroad. And in that, I sense there is much discontent, especially in organizations such as the UN, where they are trying, everyone is trying to get along, everyone is trying to make peace. But when you force peace on one who is not ready for peace, then there is the challenge. And it comes down to ego, doesn't it?
Yep.
Because we need to release the need to fix and allow for the divine process to take charge, not ourselves. And therein, yes, there is the message where we need to sit in humility and allow for others possibly to mend situations, to have the discussions, or for life itself to reveal things to the other where they gently find the messages and then gently they return. But it takes time and it takes patience, and it isn't for us to fix so much as to resonate in love and allow love to guide our actions. And sometimes our actions are needing to sit in quietude and removal from the situation. Yes. I know when my grandfather passed, there was not a good vibration between us, because we didn't see eye to eye on my presence in this life. My grandparents were not in a position in their minds and in their hearts and in their understandings to actually converse with me as a normal human being. But we couldn't force understanding. And so it was, we needed to sit in humility and say, it's okay. We won't bother you. We will sit. But we know that in time you will understand, and that is okay. And so it isn't for us to make it all happen in this lifetime. And that is the reassurance of reincarnation and the eternal spirit. Because learning continues even though we have passed into the next realm. Yes.
And can you build on that, Colleen, and say like you have to still respect the idea of each individual sovereignty in this incarnation? Yes,
exactly. It is not that they are babies or that they are not mature or that they haven't progressed. It is just that they are not ready yet.
Yep.
And they, in their selves, they are perfect as they are, for they have helped us to grow, They have helped us to learn so much about ourselves because we have had great cause to reflect, great cause to see them not as enemies or foes or irritants, but as those that need our compassion. And so it is, we sit in the quietude of our own home and we sit in prayer. Yes, yes, honoring their journey. Yes, yes. Thank you, Louise. Yes.
Angela?
I wanted just to contribute to that question about creating divisions.
Yep.
I think that until the moment that we are going to be able to see the next person as our brother or sister, and that we are all one, we are all from the same God, we are all brothers and sisters. Until we can really understand that and live that, I think there will be always this feeling that we are different and divisions between people because this one is like that and that one is like that. So I think that until we grow spiritually to that love and understanding, we will still see divisions amongst us. That's what I think.
Yes. There is that saying, Angela, that history is to be learned from. But it is fascinating, isn't it? Because the world is in such turmoil. We have learned about all of the wars throughout history, throughout the time from when mankind first came. We have studied it. We find it in the Bible and in different religious texts and from the ancient civilizations. Over and over and over again, we find this division and this sense of discord with each other. It hasn't changed. We still look for it. We want to feel better than another. We look for a leg up or a sense of wanting to see ourselves as more fortunate or as better or whatever it is. We are reminded over and over again, and yet that is not the purpose of studying history at all. It is as it needs to be to throw it in our faces. How much do we need? How much time do we need to get the message that this isn't the way? And so we see ourselves looking at the parables. The parable of the prodigal son continues to raise its head. We continue to leave the Father. We should continue to leave, that place of love, to exert our individuality and to exploit at whatever cost. Yes, but we are reassured that we will return to love. Yes. It will come. I have no doubt. And there will be a tipping point. Yes. That time will be amazing. Yes.
Yes. Thanks, Colleen. All right. So, do our study lessons lead to moral transformation? I hope so, because we are studying this for a long time, and I believe.
Just gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, I believe that's one reason that I keep coming back is because I can feel that I get changed bit by bit. Sometimes it's something that really changes your heart. Sometimes it's just a little bit, but I think all this effort that we go through of studying or trying to better ourselves, it's always leads to our moral transformation bit by bit. We're getting there. And I think the last question is sort of the same as the second one. We're still on this path towards or moral advancement. And yeah, there's always going to be a little bit of division, as Angela said, until we can finally love everybody or love one another. Yes, Liz?
Yeah, I agree with that. And because we're in like the binary position now, we're in the binary mindset, and so we can't really, we just have to keep trying to move forwards towards like the unity mindset. So that way it can be like we can get along better, but along the way it shouldn't actually, like along the way of getting more towards that unity, it shouldn't actually stop us from being able to like share the love with people.
Yeah. Exactly. Thanks, Liz. Anyone else would like to say anything? That's it for me today.
Thank you, Alex. Brilliant. Thank you.
我觉得你
I just the other thing, but Colin also mentioned on the last question is our ego. Our ego is preventing us from loving everyone around us. But Colin explained very well. We want to feel special. We want to show our whatever, and this prevents us from getting better morally. But Colin had explained this very well. Thank you very much for the class.
All right. Prepare the prayer for us to finish our night. Just stop the recording. All right, so let's sit comfortable on our chairs, on our beds. Dear God, I come to you today asking for your guidance and strength as I strive to love others unconditionally. I praise you for the family you have given me, for the friends that I have, and for all the people that have crossed my life. Now I am petitioning you to show us how to deepen our love for one another. Jesus has served as a model for us, as a model of love. I want to have that kind of love in my life. Help me to let go of any judgments, expectations, and prejudice that may prevent us from truly loving others as you love us. Grant me the courage to love those who are difficult to love, and to see the good in others, even when they may not see it in themselves. Please help me to extend grace and compassion to those who hold grudges, and to forgive those who have wronged me. Teach me to love others selflessly, without expecting anything in return. Help me to serve them with a loving and open heart. Thank you for your endless love and grace, and for the example you set for us through our brother Jesus. I pray that through your guidance, we may learn to love others unconditionally as you do us. So be it.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you all.
Can I say to, yes, everyone, next week is my presentation, but Louise is doing it.
Ooh.
Is that okay? Yes, with everyone.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
If that's
Yes.
fine. Yeah. Thank you.
Looking forward to hear you, Lulu.
So I wanted to ask